the script is to cut everyone off. But I sincerely apologize to anybody that was hurt by Kanye's words, by Kanye's actions.
So I just saw Noriega apologizing for his interview with Kanye West on Drink Champs. Now, I'm not telling you to agree with Kanye. You don't have to agree with Kanye to hear what I'm having to say right now. The reality is that black people don't have freedom of speech if they say things that certain white folks don't like. So Nore is on Breakfast Club apologizing. You saw Snoop on the apology tour. You saw Nick Cannon on the apology tour. Noriega's on the apology tour. And he said something that was really very telling, if you pay attention. He said, the show's called Drink Champs, not Fake Champs. So basically what you're saying is that media is good for black men to get on there yucking it up. It's okay for black men to call each other the N-word. It's okay for black men to rap about murdering each other. It's okay for us to get on there and act like clowns. But when you start thinking, oh, well, that's a problem. That means we got to censor that. We got to shut that down. We got to start editing now. But you ain't never edited none of the hip-hop music that's killing black people. You ain't never edited none of this music out here that's getting kids hooked on dope. You ain't never challenged certain communities who own these damn record labels for the poison they are consistently putting into our community.
Nore. Really trying to sneak your way out of this one, ain't you?
Aww.
So as much as I enjoy hearing about hip-hop related topics on Drink Champs, I really didn't go into that Drink Champs episode expecting to hear anything hip-hop related. And though there was a good portion where Kanye was speaking about hip-hop, like the influence of A Tribe Called Quest, Nore should have known damn well that Kanye was going to go on a bunch of rants. And it's crazy that like a lot of what Kanye was saying seemed to come into fruition. And it's also crazy that Nore put out a tweet celebrating this episode.
My Ye interview got more views than football. Ha ha.
Then within a few days, the episode is taken down and he's apologizing.
Like I said, let me not railroad. I'm here to say I apologize to anybody who felt like I let them down, because I did feel like I did let them down to a certain extent, because like I said, I did check him later, but by the time I checked him, it was already kind of like too late.
Now, I'm split on Kanye at the moment, and the main reason I haven't given up on Kanye completely is because of his support for Dr. Claude Anderson. I think Dr. Claude Anderson being brought up on a mainstream level is a good thing, and I do understand what Kanye is trying to say, and I also understand his approach to resolving some issues in the black community, like ownership of land and media, though I think a lot more needs to be added to those solutions. Now, what I think is also happening is that Kanye's not articulating his message in the most digestible way, so each time he speaks it just comes off wrong. On top of some of it actually being wrong, I definitely wasn't feeling Kanye's comments on George Floyd at all. To me, they were unnecessary, and I still think Kanye's partnership with Candace Owens is hypocritical and makes no sense, especially since some of the things that Dr. Claude Anderson advocates for, again, somebody who Kanye supports, seems to be against a lot of the things that Candace Owens advocates for.
Whites control almost 100% of all the wealth, power, resources, privileges, and controls of all levels of government. You're playing a game you can't win. You got to get reparations. Now, how you...
I do not think that we deserve reparations for slavery. I was never a slave in this country, and I think that the idea, if you think that you're going to get more than $200 from the government, okay, this entire debate is just it's a joke, okay.
And also, Kanye West has been influential not only as a rapper but also as a producer in many of the things that Candace Owens says she's against. I just don't understand why he has to take such a divisive approach, given the influence that he already has. I mean, he's Kanye West. He doesn't need to do anything shocking to get people's attention. And I can't help but imagine what if he didn't wear that shirt, how the response from the black community would have been. He probably would have gotten a lot more support. And Nore was about to ask a question that seemed to allude to why Kanye just doesn't speak about it without the divisive stuff. But they got distracted and Kanye didn't get around to answering it. So back to Nore. Taking that interview down, I'm definitely not feeling. Apparently it was Revolt that did it and not YouTube. And I don't get how so much negativity is constantly directed to the black community through media. And I think it's crazy that so many in power within black media seem to be okay with this. Like, you can't sit here and say you support social change one week, but then the next week you're back to glorifying the same negative shit. And on top of that, Kanye's been saying offensive things about the black community for years now. And nothing's happened. He brings up another group and it's time for him to get canceled. And this hypocrisy is why I think cancel culture is a bunch of bullshit a lot of times. I just don't get it. Anyways, that's it for now. If you can, please hit the like and subscribe button. I'm out.